Okay.
So it's like we discussed, it's going to take some time before we completely eradicate this virus. Hence,
Absolutely.
as per the latest orders from the government, officers are expected to implement social distancing measures to safeguard the health and well-being of employees. And even offices who are allowed to open, they are supposed to function at minimum capacity.
Right.
So in that case also, how do we drop such plans to implement these social distancing measures? For example, maybe in a room there might have been earlier 10 employees. Now we can't probably risk having 10 people in the room. So we may have to cut down to 3 or 4 in a room. So how do we go about setting up such plans?
Yes, definitely. It will take some time, and we will need to have an action plan, Renoy, here. So, I would say, some immediate steps as part of this action plan is where you implement thermal checks, where organizations start implementing this and educating employees. About having, if you have any flu symptoms, not to come to work and go to the hospital, or asking employees if you have anyone in your direct contacts who are suffering from flu symptoms not to come to work till such case is not proven corona. And creating awareness about hygiene precautions and practices that every employee should take while using organization facilities, especially those employees who are going to be on the front line, customer interfacing. Provide them with mask, eye protection, gloves, and where you have multi-employee workstations, ensure employees to begin with, when don't get your complete workforce in, but have a 6 feet distancing rule that has been asked also by the government as well there, and ensure that these workstations should be cleansed every time a shift ends or employees finish work. Place hygiene liquids across the organization. You could also possibly look at replacing touch interface tools with other non-touch tools, such as your fingerprint access. Encourage water hydration. You could also look at reducing paper and use more of soft copies and emails, reducing your meetings to the maximum, and replacing it with video conferencing and calls. Now, while all of these are physical action points, I'm sure uncertainty and fear will linger in people's minds. And it should be a conscious effort for us to be approachable and lend that emotional support to team members. And even the high flying ones, I would like to mention here, not just everyone, paying importance to the high flying ones as well, and fostering these positive communication channels across levels, and encouraging other team leads as well as to do the same. So that's how I would
Right.
suggest some of these as the action points, Renoy.
Right. Now, because I remember before we went into lockdown, when we were coming to office, I think we quickly implemented some safety measures. Because we had a
Correct.
fingerprint scanner at the office. We took away the fingerprint scanner, and everyone's instructed to use the card and scan the
Right.
card and then walk in. And there were hand sanitizers placed in every corner of the office. So we implemented those safety measures at the beginning.
Right.
I remember that. So it was really fast also, because I remember there was that news report we were all reading, and we were at that point, you know none of us were taking it that seriously, wherein we thought we would be in this situation 2 or 3 months down the line, we'll be in our homes. So I remember that, I read this that evening. The next day morning when I came to office, suddenly there was a note out that don't use the fingerprint scanner, use the card. And then I stepped into the office, there was the hand sanitizer. So I was really happy and proud with the way these measures were implemented within the office. So yes, credit to you for that. And
Thank you, Renoy.
so I guess, yeah. So how did you go about it? I mean, is it something that you read on the news and you said, okay, so we should implement these immediately, these measures?
Uh, yes, Renoy. In fact, we, as for me, in fact, during this time personally, as part of this lockdown period and how aggressively, it we've had to really move during this time has been really tested. And we were actually while we were reading up different news that was really coming up with regards to how COVID-19 spread has been across, China and, how it has been really spreading across, we were keeping ourselves prepped up for that. In fact, what we also did as part of the organization, where we were really forcing something like a work from home coming in, where we've never had a work from home really as such, for team members in the organization. So we went about even implementing some test runs there. So yes, we did.
Okay.
It was with a lot of awareness through the news, through the media, that we had to keep ourselves really agile and adapt ourselves to see how we could really move quickly during this time. And that's how I think we could really transition ourselves also quickly to this work from home.
Yeah, I guess along with making a plan, I mean, creating these plans, it's important to be aware and be conscious enough to implement these changes and take
Absolutely.
action and lead from the front.
Get 300 plus services. Chat and email with our team directly. Get stunning discounts and rewards. Only on Vakilsearch app. Download now.